because then it gets the dog to trust you. It knows you're not going to take the bone away from it, and it'll never bite you when you give it a bone then, or your kids, or anybody else. Okay? So little things like that I start off with. Once I'm happy with the way the dog is, I'll introduce it to sheep. And the way I introduce them, or a lot of people, or the best way we've found, is to start off in a round ring like we've got down the back there. And we use a plastic rake. Okay? This is a big extension of my arm. Well, this one isn't. This is a shorter version of a decent rake. The handle's broken. Okay, and what we do is we put 6 sheep in that ring with the dog, and we let the dog go. The dog can't chase the sheep too far away because they're contained in that ring, and the dog can't get away from you. Okay? We push the dog around the sheep, keeping him on the other side of the sheep, so he's always bringing the sheep back towards me. I keep moving around the ring, and I put the rake out to show the dog which direction I want him to go. Okay? If I change directions, I push him around. Just keep doing this. We don't give them any orders. We let them think for themselves. Okay? It's instinct. They're instincts. They are herding animals. Okay? Even in the wild, that's how they hunt. Okay? They always work to a leader. In this case, I'm the leader. When I need to stop the dog, I have to get between the sheep and the dog, just like this. Trap him there because he's going to try and get around me to get to the sheep. And I stop him with the rake. Just like that. That's not that easy to start with. It takes a lot of time in that round ring. Okay? And you do it over and over and over again. You've got to be patient. When the dog comes in to bite, you have to use the plastic rake a little bit more severely. Okay? You don't want to hurt the dog. It's a plastic rake, but you tap him. Don't touch. Okay? Because the dogs do a lot of damage. You might just have a little scratch on the outside of the sheep, but the bruising they do to the sheep internally is pretty bad. So we must stop that. So the more severe the dog is, the more severe we have to be, without being cruel. Okay? Okay, you can see Billy's not scared of the rake. Okay? Now, once we're happy with the way he's progressing, we'll say to go clockwise, over. To go anti-clockwise, back. We're still in that little round ring. Okay, we could do that over and over again. Now he knows the commands, over, back, stop. When we're happy with that, we'll move into here, which is a bigger area. We can trust the dog now because we've got control. Okay? You can see the sheep are nice and quiet, guys. So they're not scared of the sheep. It pays to have sheep like that because if the sheep are fairly flighty, the dog's going to go harder to chase them sheep. We don't want that. We want to teach the dog to be calm. So all the animal liberationists out there, this won't hurt the sheep because they're not scared. Okay? They're used to the dog. All right. Now, once I'm happy with the dog, he just comes to me. Come to me, Billy. Okay? Stop, Billy. All right? We've got control. Now, at some stage I'm going to have to, there's going to be a bit of distance between me and the dog. Once we start working in a bigger area or further away, if the dog can't see me, we have to sooner or later stop using our words and we use a whistle. Stop, Billy. Okay? So to say over, back, stop. If I want him to come closer to the sheep. All right? And that's only for when we get away. But we start off in here using that whistle so the dog gets used to it. Then when I'm out of sight or the dog's out of sight with the sheep, he can hear the whistle and he'll work the sheep back to that whistle. Here we go, Billy. So we're going over. We're just going by body language at the moment. Okay, I'm just going to let him have a little walk around. He hasn't worked today. We've been doing other things. Okay, I change directions. So does the dog. Okay. Stop, Billy. Stop. That's the boy. Okay, you watch that sheep. Now that I've stopped Billy there, that sheep will lose interest. If Billy was standing up, he'll keep going at him. See if as this dog comes up, that sheep will stand up to him. Stop, Billy. If I lay him down, he's not so much of a threat to the sheep, so they move away. The idea of training them with sheep like that is good, because then when you've got the dog in with ewes and lambs, and the ewe has a go at the dog because he's too close to the lamb, he lays down, the ewe gathers a lamb and moves away. Then you bring the dog up. Okay? All right. Don't touch Billy. So just get him in a bit of a position. Oh. Touch. Stay off. Almost too friendly, big sheep.
Like you.
Stop, Billy. Stop. Okay, so that's how I just bring him up a little. Stop, mate. Stop. I think the dog thinks he knows more than me sometimes. That's a boy. Good boy. Okay. Stay off. Stay off, Billy. Don't touch. Don't you touch. Don't you touch. See, he moved off the sheep a bit there when I raised my voice. Stop. Must be firm. All the time, being on the dog. Stop. Boy. Okay, so the idea is, with a dog like this at this age of 3, the pace to get out in the morning and work the dog for about an hour. He's a bit boisterous today because we were working, fixing gates and stuff this morning. So I'm just going to let him have a little run around. Fairly keen. But different dog to the dog that we started with at 2 years old when he was biting and being aggressive. Stop. Okay. That's better. Thank you, Billy. Come to me, Billy. Come to me. Come to me. Don't you do that. Another little bad habit he's got because he knows what he can get away with in front of people. Come to me. Come to me. Stop. It's a good boy. That's better. That's better. Okay. Just a little pat, not too much. Okay, so you can see how it's done. It's quite easy. Anybody can do that as long as you start off small and work your way up. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that. For those who haven't seen sheep shearing, we're going back to the shearing shed. You'll be with Matt. And I'm going to bring Billy along the fence so the kids and everybody can give him a little pat. Okay? Alright guys.